A story here from the Washington Examiner. Oklahoma lawmaker threatens NBA team's tax benefits over players kneeling during national anthem. I hear stories, I see people talking in comments about trying to make disrespecting the flag a felony or burning the flag a felony. I don't agree because I think it starts to take us down that slippery slope. The reason why our country is so great is because of these rights we have. And some of the things we may not like, that'd be definitely one of them in my book, but our rights are what they are. The bigger question is, why is it that individuals get charged with hate crimes for defacing rainbow-colored murals or desecrating a rainbow-colored flag when you can go ahead and burn the United States flag? It kind of doesn't make any sense, and it makes you wonder about power and who's really privileged. Because if you can get arrested for defacing a rainbow flag, but you can burn an American flag, it makes you wonder a little bit. And that goes to what I'm about to talk about here. Now let's read this briefly, and I'll tell you why I don't agree and why I think it's not really the best idea for the state of Oklahoma as a whole, and why I don't think the proposal's really going to happen, why it's in the best interest. I get the nationalism, love it, love the country and all that, but a Republican representative in the state of Oklahoma said he wants to examine tax credits given to the Oklahoma City Thunder basketball franchise if players choose to kneel during the national anthem. In a statement released Friday, State Rep Sean Roberts questioned the significant tax benefits that the Thunder are scheduled to receive until 2024 through the Quality Jobs Act. If the Thunder leadership and players follow the current trend of the NBA by kneeling during the national anthem prior to Saturday's game, perhaps we need to re-examine the significant tax benefits the state of Oklahoma granted the Oklahoma City Thunder organization when they came to Oklahoma, Roberts wrote. Would Seattle be happy to have them back? With everything going on in Seattle right now, it seems like they'd surely love a bunch of individuals kneeling and wearing BLM shirts. Through the Quality Jobs Act, the Thunder is still under contract to receive these tax benefits from our state until 2024. And that's what I was getting at, and that's why I was saying it's not necessarily a good idea, because you have this contractual agreement in place. I get what he's doing. I think his heart's in the right place for the country. But what he needs to realize is that individuals have the right to do what they want, right? He has the right to say what he wants. They have the right to kneel for the anthem. People have the right to stand for the anthem. People have the right to take a piss on the American flag if they want. As I said, though, you don't even have a right to look funny at a rainbow flag. So, priorities, right? They are what they are for certain individuals in society. That being said, I think it'd be more of a situation where you have to look at what happens after the contract is up in 2024. If individuals within the state of Oklahoma say things continue to become worse on this kind of anti-American front, that if individuals within the state of Oklahoma don't want the team anymore, say when sports teams start to go back to having fans in, maybe that's next year, that if individuals voice their displeasure for the players by not showing up and the team looks to move, then that would be something that's the solution. And not trying to come out here and try to revise a contract, because that's really no different than morality policing. That's an attempt, in a way, I guess, at some kind of cancel culture, if you think about it. That you don't agree with their political stance, and you're trying to use financial measures to make changes. Now, like I said, the problem is you have the contract in place. Signed, agreed upon, you have to adhere to it. You may not like it. He needs to perhaps be looking more at getting the public support on his side to get the team out of Oklahoma, period. if you have a state, for instance, that should things continue to deteriorate, relationship-wise, athletes, celebrities, and just common folk or people who care about the country, if you get to the point where those individuals are done with it, and that would come in the way of individuals not going to games, showing monetary displeasure, then that's how you get it done. You don't try to make threats about revising contracts, because I think that just makes you look like you had some kind of hair trigger reaction that isn't really realistic. And as far as I know, those individuals did kneel for the game. If they hadn't kneeled, it would have made all the headlines. So I doubt that those individuals on the team really care what he's talking about. He goes on here to give a little bit more of his feeling as to why. You can see it there on the bottom of the screen, but that's just my take on it. That is just what it is in our society, ladies and gentlemen. We have certain rights to do certain things. Just because we don't like them doesn't mean we can make these threats, right? The first reaction to something we dislike can't be to try to strip away somebody's freedoms and liberties and their rights. So that's all I would leave it at. A lot of you individuals who watch this, you probably don't like what you see, but like I said, you know what to do though. It's all about this. If you don't like what you see out of corporations, don't spend your money there. If you don't like what you see out of players in these sports, don't go to games, don't watch them on TV. If you don't like what you see with celebrities, don't go to their concerts, don't buy tickets to their movies, don't support any industries that these individuals work in. If you do support them, then you do the opposite. You go spend your money there. That's how it is, right? Money talks. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.